Hey everybody, it's Tripl-L and today I'm joined by the lovely
Kara.
Okay, cool. So I got Kara on board because she wanted to talk about the Ochako Traitor theory. Well, we're going to talk about the general rationales that people are using in the theory and we're just kind of discuss it. It's going to be a part of the Traitor series videos that are currently on the channel. And yeah. Kara, do you want to say anything before we get started?
No, go ahead.
Okay, yeah, we're just going to get started. What we're going to do actually, we're going to break the theory into like different aspects. Like there's a few things going into why people are arguing why Ochako should be the traitor. So we're just going to break it down into those components and just talk about it from there. So the first component to talk about is the effect people are going for. The idea of what would happen if Ochako was a traitor. This is kind of similar to the main motivation for the Kaminari traitor theory in that people just want to see this incredible twist and see how great it would feel when they encounter this. There's also like the people in general that find being a traitor makes a character interesting. So it's that kind of effect.
Well, it would do a lot to Izuku if Ochako was the traitor.
Agreed. And that's like another thing people want to see is like how does Izuku deal with pretty much the nicest girl turning into a betrayer and like a girl that he maybe likes.
Yeah.
Like he's acknowledged that she's cute.
And the rationale between her being a traitor and liking him.
Yeah. Especially that's a good point. Especially because we know Ochako has like those serious budding feelings for him.
Yeah, and like unless she's lying, it was in her like
monologues.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like that part has to be true.
Yeah. Unless she's lying. In which case, like, what are you doing?
Yeah, it's interesting. There is also the issue of Ochako being a female character in this regard, right?
Yeah, well, especially being the female lead. Like, she doesn't really do much during the arcs. She's there, she helps out, but she's never taken, like, a direct, like, front and center role in anything.
Yeah. This really leads into the next part. Why do people push for her? Specifically looking at her underutilization. So you mentioned that, you know, in the arcs, she doesn't really do much. That reason is becoming a justification for why she could be the traitor. Because the idea would be, if she were the traitor, the author would not want to be putting too much focus on her because that would be giving away too much information.
Yeah.
That's like the rationale that people are using to justify the underutilization, or like they look at the underutilization and they see the potential of a traitor being the reason why she can't be focused on.
Yeah.
It's interesting. Like they usually go in, they make the point that she hasn't received her own spotlight arc, even though Ida, Todoroki, Bakugo, and even Momo, who isn't really a main character, have gotten that spotlight arc, right?
Yeah.
And
to be fair, like a lot of Class A haven't had a spotlight yet. It's just weird that Ochako being like one of the main characters, like the poster girl next to Deku, and she doesn't have her own arc.
Yeah, that is like the big thing that's bothering people. And looking at that one traitor theory we were reading for the research, she was like, that theory was making the big deal that the girls are typically handled well, but Ochako isn't getting that treatment. So like there's that thing that people like Ochako and they see that she could be getting more attention.
That could go for all the female characters though. I feel like outside of the anime, which had like Suyu's own little personal
episode.
Yeah. But she hasn't really done anything overwhelming in the manga too.
Yeah, we had the video on the other day on the channel about the manga art review, but so I'll just echo one thing I said there. I think Ochako's best spot so far has been with Bakugo during the fight.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because like that was an interesting issue of like, oh yeah, there is this girl here. Her quirk is overwhelmingly underpowered, but yo, she tried her best. Like that was a really captivating moment for Ochako. Anyway, people just find it weird, right? Like we know Ochako's important. Heck, she showed up in the first Jump cover with Izuku. It's like she looks a little bit different, honestly, in that cover, but she shows up there, and then it's just you look at all the other characters. Ida is one of the main trio. He's gotten his spotlight arc, and then Ochako just kind of she just keeps being the ultimate support. But to answer the whole thing about her underutilization, I honestly think that just might be, and like this might not be a kind opinion, but it might either just be, well, the author just not having everything set up for her to have her moment yet.
Yeah.
Or just it has. Yeah, no, actually, that's the one.
Yeah, because Ito really only got his moments when his brother was injured, but that was very specific circumstances with Stain.
Yeah.
Right? So like maybe he has planned something, but it's for a future arc, and then
Yeah, like Ida had a call to action that disrupted the general flow of Ida's character, right? But for Ochako, even with the most recent manga arc, we see that she's getting development, and they are like big developments for her character. So if the author is going along the route that he needs Ochako to get to a certain point,
yeah,
then prioritizing everyone else and giving Ochako the background development so that she can be built to that point makes sense.
yeah.
Not so much that it needs to be a traitor.
Like the author for My Hero Academia, apparently he already has the ending in mind. I just read an interview the other day where he knows exactly how the manga's gonna end. So like he's a guy who plans things, unlike like Bleach or Fairy Tail.
Link me that.
Yeah, I
link
will.
me that article. Anyway, yeah. Overall, for this spot, it's an interesting rationalization to try and justify her underutilization and put this really interesting idea or twist on her character. I don't think we should be moving just on that, though.
Mm-hmm.
We shouldn't be looking at a character and saying, "Oh man, throw a shade of Traitor in there, and she's gonna become so interesting."
Yeah.
I mean, like if she has a problem being underutilized, that problem probably is gonna like last even if she's a traitor.
Oh yeah.
Moving on, what motive she could have. Now, people do find this part really easy because we are painfully aware of Ochako's like slight, I don't want to say shallowness, but it is kind of a little bit more shallow at the beginning. Well, not shallow. It's actually because like the Hero Society, it's modernized. It's a great way to make money. So now people are doing heroics for the money.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So yeah, in terms of motives, it very quickly becomes she's doing it for money. She's selling information to the villains because she needs the money.
Yeah. I had a point for that. Let me remember it. Well, it's like, you know, heroes are supposed to save each other, or save people in general. So, like, you're gonna get all sorts of people applying to be heroes. And, some people join, like, the police force because they really like justice or whatever. But you also need the ones who are in it for the money, or else, like, you're gonna not have enough people.
Yeah, like, this is an issue that popped up with Stain. And like back during the Stain arc, I just always look at what Stain said, and I just try to remind people: if Stain had his way, Ochako would be dead.
Oh yeah.
Like Ochako at that stage was not one of the people that Stain loved.
No, well, for all we know, it's only Izuku and All Might. Like
yeah, and maybe Todoroki. At that point, like because they were all helping each other out, like Todoroki kind of jumped up there too. But to go back on your point, like like the liking of money should not be put in a more disfavorable light.
Yeah, like greed is bad.
Yeah,
there's no question there, but like there's reason.
Yeah, Ochako justified it with her love for her parents.
Yeah.
But when it came to this, people will be like, okay, well, Ochako wants money. Well, yeah, but she wants money for a good reason. Is that enough for her to compromise the safety of everyone else there? Mm-hmm. And if that is enough for her to compromise the safety of everyone else there,
then she's just a bad person.
That's no redemption for her. People want her to go on this traitor arc thing, and it's like, no, man. If she's selling people out, there is no way that you can redeem that character because she made the conscious choice to sell them out.
And especially because she seems to, like, she admires Izuku, right? Like, she wants to be more like him. He's the first person to, like, help someone and not try to not compromise everyone in a situation, right? Like,
now, if Ochako has some kind of weird split personality,
yeah,
then but that's pretty lazy that you had to justify this craziness with a split personality.
Oh yeah,
come on. But that being said, just moving on when it comes to more motives, the parents could be threatened,
but she goes to hero school surrounded by heroes.
Dozens of them, right? Like, really, if you wanted to be clever about this, Ochako going to hero school, knowing the pedigree of the heroes there, because there's no reason she wouldn't know the pedigree of the heroes there.
Yeah, and she didn't even know about All Might's problems. Like,
yeah, she goes to hero school. She could just tell Nedzu about it and be like, hey, like, someone's threatening my family and I'm really scared. I don't know what to do. And they're just like, because like at this point, she's selling out information under this rationale for like the sake of her parents' security.
Yeah.
And she's seen what's happened to her friends.
Yeah, and her friends, like, have been okay. Like, they're not great against the villains. I'm sure the narrative's working up to that, but, like, at least there's All Might there. He is the symbol of justice for the entire world. Like,
yeah, like, there's means to this. Like, if this were the case and she just went into this rationale without ever asking for help, that's just foolish on her part. And, like, it depends on how harsh you want to be on the character. Are you going to be like, well, she's a child? Or are you going to be like, well, no, she had a responsibility to a certain degree, right?
Yeah.
Well, actually, oh, no, I'm not going to say that. It's a manga spoiler, so I'm going to leave that out of it.
Oh, okay.
But, like, these guys are being trained into being heroes.
Oh, yeah.
Like, this kind of blemish, I think it's the grounds for expulsion, that you would willingly put people into danger and you did not use foresight to try and figure out what you could have done or not been more reasonable, right? Because like the heroics thing is always about making choices
making the right
really
choice.
Stressful situations.
Yeah.
And then it's also about liabilities. That's why the heroes are being like, they have their system. It's to like counter liabilities.
Yeah, or like the whole hero license arc, which I won't go too much into detail to if you're trying to avoid manga spoilers, but like definitely they're trying to avoid like liability. They're trying to make the heroes be able to make safe choices, smart choices that'll like lessen the threat for everyone, basically.
Yeah. So, you know, depending on if this were the rationales, you could find interesting things to point out here to kind of just break the situation for Ochako, because like the motives I don't think lend themselves to easy redemption, depending on how it is, unless there is something that is just taking the control away from her.
Oh yeah.
In which
like
case,
the split personality.
yeah, if there's something like that going on, I could see that being justified.
But then you could like, I don't know.
You could justify that across all characters, is the problem. That's not a unique thing to Ochako. And then another big part of things are parallels. People like to draw parallels.
Oh yeah.
So the first one I want to talk about, because I thought it was kind of cute. I'm sorry, I'm still thinking about One Piece and Marineford. It's the Ochako activation conditions for her quirk.
Oh.
She has finger pads.
Yeah.
If you look at Ochako's panel, sometimes she's not holding someone's hand fully.
Oh, I knew that for Suyu. Yeah, she kept like a finger up.
Yeah, because if she touches it, it's going to activate her quirk.
Yeah.
If she makes full contact, it activates the quirk. People saw that Shigaraki also has that same condition. And they're like, oh, these two people have this quirk. They must be villains.
They must be working together.
Yeah. And I wish I could just like look at that and take that apart. But I can't think of anyone else that has similar activation conditions.
No, but like, you know, as far as it's being explained to us, there are like limitless amounts of different types of quirks out there. Of course someone's going to have a slightly
overlap.
Similar.
Yeah, like I think that reasoning is a bit wishy-washy.
Yeah.
I don't think it's the strongest one. The next one though is the Bakugo and Ochako parallel.
Oh, I getcha. Like, Bakugo is, like, a really angry kid, and everybody thinks he's a villain, but, like, he's not. And then Ochako would be the nice kid, but she's actually a villain. I'd say.
That's the one.
Yeah.
They're linked together by Izuku and the way they treat Izuku, and that sets up their parallel.
But also, like, weren't their costumes made by the same designer or something?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's true, too. That's very true. So, unfortunately... that's something we have to deal with. Bakugo and Ochako do have a unique relationship in My Hero Academia.
Oh yeah, well, Ochako also redeemed Bakugo's Deku. Like, that was cute.
Yeah, like, she's already, like, entangled with what Bakugo does to Izuku. I think that's a really nice dynamic the characters have, and trying to look at that and saying, well, no, Ochako might be, like, a really terrible person. To, like, contrast it, it's like, well, no, for Bakugo's incredible hot-headedness, Ochako's just the calmness. You could also like flip the parallel into that.
Yeah, you totally could. Or also like all the, well, I don't want to call it direct damage, but like all the damage that Bakugo's ever done to Izuku, like Ochako's always like his
the one repairing it. Yeah. So like if you look at it like that too, Bakugo continues to damage Izuku. Is that gonna like, so when he flips to helping Izuku, is that when Ochako's gonna flip to destroying Izuku? Because then that means they were both the same people, just at different times. But that one is interesting. It's an interesting case of what happens when you just start drawing too many parallels, or just you're trying to draw too many comparisons, and then you're pushing those comparisons towards the conclusion.
Yeah.
It's just unmitigated chaos. You just
Yeah.
there's no safe way of doing it properly.
That being said, if Ochako actually was the traitor and like the author rationalized it in a really clever way, like that would be really cool, just for the reasons everyone's hyped up for it. Yeah.
No, yeah, agreed. If he rationalized it in a way that we're not expecting, I think that is a victory. That's a total victory. I think he did a good job. Because like the thing is, I look back to another Shonen Jump series. I'm not gonna say what series it is, because that was just, no one saw it coming. I look at the way that Shonen Jump series handled a traitor or double agent within the ranks. No one at any point had any indication that there was a rogue element in their group. And then when that reveal came out, it was like, holy shit. No one saw that coming. And then only at that point were people able to go back in time to justify it. Yeah. That's what we should have been getting with this traitor theory. And for that reason, it's why I don't want to believe Ochako is a traitor. Just because another manga series in Shonen Jump did it better. Like, we're all being primed for a traitor now. That's why I think that we kind of have to like just expand, we have to go outside the box for this one. I don't think it's as simple as just seeing a character and then trying to play the catch-up game to why they're a traitor.
Fair.
So that's like, I'm thinking about it. Like, if it turns out to be Ochako, I'm not gonna lie, to some degree, because so many people are on this already. Like, the Ochako traitor theory is like kind of popular because so many people are on it already. I'm just gonna be like, yeah, that other series did it better. Because that other series didn't even give anyone the opportunity to think about there being a traitor. Like, I think that other series did it great. My Hero Academia, depending on how it executes on the traitor, I don't think it'll be able to hit that high.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah, but for Ochako, I do think the effect is what's pushing people a lot more.
Yeah.
They want this outcome.
They want to break Izuku.
Yeah, and then they want this outcome, but the way there doesn't seem that strong, in my opinion. But I do think, like, to make an effective traitor theory at this stage for My Hero Academia, it should be someone that readers have seen before.
Oh, yeah.
To make them feel like, oh, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. But, like, at the same time, so many people have overanalyzed this issue that the surprise might be taken away if the author's not playing some kind of high-level mental mind game. Anyway, let's call it there, Kara. I think we covered a lot of ground. This is a bit of a long video, but thanks for joining me.
Yeah, you're welcome.
All right, guys, let us know what you think down below. And till next time, I hope you have an absolutely great day.
Yes.